Hi, I'm recording in my bedroom because my kids are loud and I usually have to put several doors between us. So I've had a lot of people asking me lately about, what are my books about and what's the best place to start. And really, I just wanted to make this video to clarify that with my books, they're all standalone. And you can read one book and it's going to be completely different from the others. For instance, my first book, Mabby the Squirrel's Guide to Flying, this book is really more, it's actually the furthest along the timeline. It's multiple generations ahead, and it's much more along it has the more of the feel of an urban young adult fantasy than, even though they're all squirrels. But it really is more, if you're more along the lines of you like that type of fantasy, then I'd recommend going that way. If you're into pirates, or in this case, pirates, you can take a look at The Voyage of Gessarad. And this one is way, 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 way. All of the others are way, way, way back in time. From the first book, Mabby the Squirrel's Guide to Flying, which, if I continue in this series, is not going to remain true. There's going to be, I've actually planned this as the progenitor of the main saga, and these other three books I've written so far go back in time and explain a lot of the history and the lore of what is about to happen with the rest of this timeline. So, with book 2, The Voyage of Gessarad, that one is a lot of swashbucklery, and it's just plain flat out silly. And basically my whole writing it was like, okay, what's the most ridiculous thing that could possibly happen next? And that was my process for writing the story. For writing my third novel, The Sloths of Anglo, this one was a lot heavier. And to just give you an idea, I'm going to read the dedication. I give my first dedication to my daughter or son that would have been my third child, but we lost that child in a miscarriage. But it goes on to say, secondly, this book is dedicated to hope. Every day in the ongoing pandemic of sexual violence, and like in so many other arenas of life, those with developmental and learning disabilities suffer the most. According to the ARC, people with learning disabilities experience higher rates of violence in general, and up to 4 times the amount of sexual violence, especially among children, than those without disabilities. For more information, visit People with Intellectual Disabilities and Sexual Violence at thearc.org. My hope is for the helpless and the weary, those who suffer silently every day. No one deserves to live with violence of any kind, but change begins with our society becoming aware that those with disabilities have equal value and deserve equal advocacy. For more information on how you can help prevent sexual assault and abuse, contact Prevent Child Abuse America at 1-800-555-3748 or visit their website at preventchildabuse.org. Third book is pretty heavy. The fourth book is probably the heaviest of them all, and it's really kind of a culmination of everything that the previous 3 books have talked about, and goes into at least allegorically combating what I believe is the real main issue with our society and why we continue to persecute people with learning disabilities and people, basically anyone on the margin. It's because of our nation's history with eugenics. and the philosophy of fixed intelligence that has led us to embrace, both as a society and with our educational system, is you can't really at this point say it's the heaviest, the most important issue going on right now in our country, but it's pretty dang important. And it does have to do with a lot of what is going on now, and a lot more than what most people might expect. As you might read the line that occurs frequently in my books, there's a lot more of us than you think. So thank you for tuning in. Please hit like and share if you found this useful and if you found it informative. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Bye.